Hello everyone and welcome. We're very excited to introduce the new MatrixGold 3.11 update. Our team has been working hard to develop new tools, enhancements, and performance improvements, all based on your feedback to continue creating the best jewelry CAD software possible. To begin, we're introducing a powerful new tool that will make your design process even smoother, helping you achieve that perfect personal touch in each of your creations. This tool is called SmartProng, and you can find it in the settings ribbon at the top. For this example, let's start with a set of gems, all the same size. Select your stones and click Smart Prongs. MatrixGold will automatically add prongs to your gems, and you'll be able to adjust them easily using the sliders that appear on each one. By default, all prongs start with a diameter of 0.5, but if you increase one of them, they'll all update together. You have a full range of controls. You can adjust the angle of the prongs, tilt them, change their diameter, use nudge to move them closer or farther, or even fillet the top edges. You can also taper the prongs if needed, and if you're not finished, you have several layout options to position them exactly where you want. Another great addition is the profile curve, something we didn't have in previous versions. Now you can define a custom profile for your prongs, just like you would with any other command in MatrixGold. If we go back to our starting example, you'll notice that because everything is parametric, any change you make to the stones or curves will automatically update and recalculate based on the new geometry. Let's take a look at another example. If we use Gems on Curve and activate the Taper End option, we can make one end larger than the other. Now, if we open the SmartProng command again, you'll see a new option, Enable Tapered Controls. This allows you to define two different diameters, one at the front and one at the back. You can easily switch the profile back to round and use the sliders to adjust both diameter and height. There are independent sliders for each side, and MatrixGold will calculate the middle section automatically, something we couldn't do before. Now let's see another case, when we have a tapered gem in the center. We'll place our smart prongs, enable tapered control, and then decide the taper directly from here. You can set one diameter for the center prong and another for the end prongs. And again, if you modify the gems on curve, everything adapts, thanks to the parametric workflow. You can also decide how you want your prongs to start and end. From the End options inside the SmartProng command, you can choose both the starting style layout and the ending style layout for your prongs. We've now seen how to place and modify SmartProngs, but to take customization even further, we've added a complementary tool, Edit Prong, which you'll also find in the Settings ribbon. Let's say you want to adjust individual prongs one by one. Once selected, a new menu will appear in the Dynamic Command panel. From here, you can apply changes to a single prong without affecting the others. For example, you can use Nudge to reposition it, or rotate it around the stone. All these changes remain parametric, so even if you modify the gems on curve, the prong will adapt automatically. You can even change the profile of just that one prong. Any adjustment you can make with SmartProng can now be applied individually through Edit Prong. This level of control and personalization is something we've never had before in MatrixGold. We hope you enjoy this new tool and take full advantage of everything it has to offer. Now, let's take a look at one of the most requested additions to MatrixGold, the new Global Parametric option. This feature gives you the ability to turn all parametric commands on or off at once, making your design process faster and more flexible. Let's see how it works. If you open the Preferences menu in MatrixGold, you'll notice that by default, the Global Parametric mode is set to Power On. So let's start by building a quick ring using parametric commands, with everything turned on. We'll begin by placing some profiles on the ring rail to create a beautiful shank using the Sweep to Rail command. Select the rails and profiles, and just like that, we have our shank ready. Next, let's add a stone. Using the Gem on Ring Rail command, we'll place a gem and then put it in a bezel. Now, let's use Cut to Ring Rail to make sure the bezel matches perfectly with the shank. To finish, we'll adjust the profiles so they connect smoothly to the bezel, and our ring design is ready. Now, let's look at the parametric tree. Everything here is active and parametric, but notice this new option, Global Parametric. If we click it, everything in the tree turns off and each component becomes independent. Let's test it out. We'll change the ring rail to a smaller finger size, and then make the outer ring rail slightly taller. As you can see, the curves change, but the model itself stays the same. Now, let's activate Global Parametric again. Watch how everything updates automatically to the new parameters. This means you can deactivate the Global Parametric mode, make any modifications you need, change the gem shape, size, or even the bezel, and then, once you're done, simply turn the Global Parametric back on to update everything at once. This feature is truly a turning point for MatrixGold. It allows you to work faster, with more control, and without waiting for constant recalculations. You can now make all your edits first, and then make everything parametric again when you're ready. More agile, more efficient, and faster than ever before. Another exciting update we're introducing in MatrixGold 3.11 is related to projects, something many of you have been asking for. Let's start from scratch so you can see exactly how it works. I'm going to create a simple ring, something like a wedding band, just to keep it clear. Once the model is ready, I'll name it Wedding Band and perform a full save as usual. You could also create a job bag if you prefer. Now, here's where the new feature comes in. If you open your project by clicking the folder icon, you'll notice a new option to assign tags to your projects. Here's my project, and as always, you can choose the customer or designer fields just like before. But now, at the end of that window, you'll see a new section labeled Tags. For example, since this piece is a wedding band, I'll create a tag called Wedding Band. I can also add Ring, and maybe another one like 2025. You can create as many tags as you need, whatever helps you stay organized. Let's close this project and open a new empty document so we can see how useful these tags are in your daily workflow. When you go to open a project, by clicking on the Files icon, you'll notice a tag search bar on the left side. Here, you can simply type any of the tags you've assigned, and instantly, MatrixGold will filter and display all related models. It's that simple. And it makes finding your projects faster and easier than ever. We know that organization is key for every jeweler, and this is just another way we're listening to your feedback and improving your workflow in MatrixGold. Now let's take a look at a very interesting tool we're releasing in this update. It's called Bounding Box. Let's imagine we have a model that we'd like to analyze before going forward. With today's metal prices, having precise information about the measurements and dimensions of your designs is a big advantage. It helps you make better decisions before production even begins. In this example, let's say we have a bracelet, and we need to know the total length of it. All we have to do is select the model and click Bounding Box. Instantly, we'll get the measurements displayed on screen, simple and accurate. Now let's take it one step further. Let's say we want to modify the design to a specific length. We can select the last object, use the gumball to move it further, and as we do, we'll see the measurements update live inside the bounding box. And because everything in MatrixGold is parametric, once we accept the new length, all elements update automatically, fast, precise, and flexible. Let's look at another example, this time combining it with Clayu. Here we have a ring created in Clayu. If we activate the Bounding Box tool, we'll instantly see the exact dimensions of the ring. And it even works in soft edit mode. So if we make any adjustments to the ring shape, the Bounding Box updates in real time, showing the new measurements immediately. This becomes incredibly useful when working with irregular or organic models, where precision is key and every millimeter matters. a powerful new tool to give you more control, more confidence, and better accuracy over your production process. As you know, we first introduced the Quick Commands tabs back in version 3.9. And in this new update, we're taking it even further. Now, you can customize your tabs with color tags, adding a whole new level of clarity and visual control to your workspace. Let's try it out real quick. If you already have a personalized tab, or even if you decide to create a new one with your preferred tools, all you need to do is right-click on the tab. You'll now see an option to set color. From there, simply choose the color you like and instantly your tab changes, making it easier to organize, group, and identify your tools at a glance. It's a small improvement, but one that makes a big difference in day-to-day workflow, especially when you're switching between multiple projects or toolsets. Having a clear, color-coded interface keeps things smooth and efficient. And don't forget, you can always save the layout of your Quick Commands tabs, export them, and import them whenever you need. So, whether you're setting up a new workstation or sharing your setup with a colleague, your personalized environment is always ready to go. Let's now focus on one of those tools we know you've been waiting for, and one we've worked hard to bring to MatrixGold. We're talking about the matching band rail. You'll find it on the left side of the tool's ribbon bar. Here's how it works. First, select the existing ring rail of your model, and then select the objects you want to use as reference. They should be geometries. Once you hit Enter, the system will automatically generate a side curve that follows both the ring rail and the selected objects. From there, you'll see some parameters available in the side panel. If the curve looks too wavy, you can simply adjust the top accuracy slider to make it smoother and more precise. You can also change other parameters or even rebuild it to have more control. When you're happy with the result, accept the command, and now you'll have a clean, accurate curve ready for your matching band design. You can then place a profile along that curve, adapt it to your style. For this example, I'll modify the profile to make it a bit more square. Next, I'll place the additional profiles needed and use Auto Sweep to generate the final matching band. The great thing about this workflow is that it's fully parametric. So even if you go back to the main ring and, for example, change the finger size, the matching wedding band will update automatically, always following the main ring rail and its geometry. A simple yet powerful way to create perfect matching sets with precision and ease. Let's take a look at another important upgrade we've made in version 3.11. This time for one of the most used tools in the software, the Booleans. So here, we've got this ring ready, and if we head over to the Solid Tools section in the ribbon bar and select Boolean Union, we'll be performing a regular Boolean operation, merging the main geometry with all of these prongs. But as you can see, in some cases, it fails. That's because the software is trying to process a large number of operations all at once, which can overload the system and cause the Boolean to break. Now that's where the new feature comes in, Boolean 1 by 1. You'll see it right here as a new option. Just activate it and let MatrixGold handle the rest. What happens now is that the software performs each Boolean operation sequentially, one step at a time, instead of trying to process everything in parallel. This makes the operation much more stable, especially when you're dealing with complex models or a high number of objects. And as you can see, this time, the Boolean completes perfectly. All you need to do is accept the result, and you'll have your new, clean geometry ready to work with. To sum it up, in previous versions, large Boolean operations could sometimes cause problems due to processing overload. With Boolean 1 by 1, those moments are now a thing of the past. A small checkbox that brings a huge difference in reliability, precision, and performance, keeping your design flow smooth, even with the most complex pieces. Alright, so we're reaching the end of this video, and we've saved one of the biggest and most exciting updates in MatrixGold 3.11 for last. This is something we know our users have been waiting for, and we can't wait to see the amazing designs and images you'll create with it. The integration of iJewel Viewer inside MatrixGold. Let's take a look at how it works. Once you've finished your model, just head to the Render tab in the ribbon menu. You'll now find a new iJewel icon right there. Click on it, and instantly, iJewel Viewer opens, with your model already loaded and ready to explore. From here, everything is very intuitive. Let's go step by step so you can see what's possible. You can change materials just by selecting the part you want and choosing from the side panel. Notice the incredible detail. Even the gemstone inclusions are visible, bringing a level of realism we've never had before. Now, let's try a brown diamond instead. It updates instantly. You can also change the metal with the same ease. Simply click on it, select the metal type you prefer from the panel, and you'll see the change happen in real time. It's fast, it's fluid, and it gives you a true sense of how your design will look when finished. By default, the viewer runs on medium resolution, which keeps it responsive. But if you want to push visuals to the limit, you can switch to Ultra mode for full real-time definition, perfect for presentations or customer previews. And that's not all. You can even choose from a variety of diamond types, explore different gemstone options, and personalize every visual detail. From backgrounds to shadows, lighting setups, and reflections, the possibilities are nearly endless. Once you've found a setup you love, you can export it directly from the viewer. You can define the resolution, the output format, or even generate a 360-degree animation of your model, all within a few minutes. A truly game-changing experience for visualizing your jewelry designs. So take a moment to explore, play with materials, and let your creativity flow. With the integration of iJewel Viewer, your ideas now come to life faster and more realistically than ever before. At GemVision, we're always looking for new ways to make your design process smoother, your images more beautiful, and your workflow more inspiring. We believe this integration is one of those updates you'll truly enjoy and make a part of your everyday design routine. Thanks so much for watching this video. And as always, we'd love to hear your thoughts and see what you create with MatrixGold 3.11.